Right. Good morning, thank you for joining us. Today we're going to have a look at naturally drawn comb versus foundation, whether it be wax foundation or plastic foundation. We're going to talk about the differences between them. We're also going to look right inside this hive and see how they're doing with the naturally drawn comb. This is a swarm we caught now 4 weeks ago, so let's have a look and see how they're going. So first of all, we're going to add a bit of smoke to the front. Bella, who's a newbie to the hive, is going to blow a little bit of smoke in the entrance, and she also might shout out a few questions, along with Ariel, who's also a newbie, and she'll have some questions as well. So I'm going to take this lid off here, just like this, and put that aside. And next, if you want to grab your hive tool, we can grab this one, and you just leave it under these corners, because the bees, even in a couple of weeks since we've been here, would have started to use propolis to glue the lid right down. That's it. Now we're just going to take this off. Now this hive, twice we have found the queen right on the underside of the inner cover. So we're looking at that now.
What does the queen look like?
So the queen looks longer than the worker bees, and she's got bigger legs, and often you pick it up by her movement. She moves sort of with striding motions compared to little steps. So we've got a few things going on here. Here's a brand new baby bee. Look how light it is, with a lot of fur on its back, and it's just taking its first steps in the hive.
So cute.
Over here we have a drone. See this one? It's like a big teddy bear. Its eyes touch together in the middle, and it's just a bit more teddy bear in shape and a bit bigger. So the queen is similar to a worker bee, but longer. The wings only come just over halfway down her body. And we're also looking for a shiny backplate. Because she lives for up to 6 years, she'll wear all the hair right off the back of her thorax there, and you'll see a shiny black bit on the backplate. So I'm not seeing her there. But that's fine, because what we're going to do is just lean this up against the entrance, just in case, or up against the hive here, in case we've missed her. Now, I haven't got my bee suit on. I know this hive's a calm hive. I do have my hat here ready in case they start getting a little bit agitated. If you're new to beekeeping, wear a good bee suit and learn about bees first, the easy way rather than the hard way. And you'll get used to how your hive behaves and whether or not you need to wear gloves and so on. So, the next thing we're going to do is set up our little frame rests. So these are our shelf brackets for harvesting honey, but they also double as a frame rest just by undoing one of the screws here and slipping it over in the same way you connect to your hive for the shelf for harvesting. Next, let's blow a little bit of smoke in the hive so that they can get the whiff of that. And I'm actually going to blow some on my hand, so don't be shy, give it a good squeeze. That's it. And is this your first time looking into a beehive?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So next, we can actually pull out a frame. So you can do this, and I'll grab the other side. If I can find my hive tool. I've lost it already, there we go. So first of all, we go acrossways just by getting in between those two pieces in the end bar. So we're going to lever it across. That's it. And then with the hook end, you're going to hook right there, and that flat part goes against the adjacent frame. Yeah, that's it. And then up we come, nice and gentle. So you can then use your hands to grab it like this. And what we have there is some naturally drawn comb. Now, usually by the time they get to the edge and there's a bit more space on the edge, they start to go a bit wonky, but this is pretty good. It's pretty straight on the comb guide, so it's a good example. And what we've also got here is drone brood. So when the brood, this is the brood here, sticks out in those little bullet shapes, that's the male bees, the drones. in their cocoon phase, like a caterpillar goes into a cocoon. And over this side, we've got some pollen down the cells. You can see some colours there. The bees are bringing back pollen into the hive and they're putting it down to the bottom of the cells, and they're adding their special sauce to create their bee bread. They eat bee bread, which is pollen that's been fermented, like a good sourdough. As you know, it's easier to digest when things have been pre-fermented. Okay. It's beautiful. Let's go ahead and pull one more out, and then we'll go over the differences between the different foundations. If you want to get the next one out in the same way, and sometimes it's nice just to squash one with your hoe.